Hi, I'm the host of the STO Smokers Lounge. I'm here to tell you about Anchor, the perfect app that you can use right now to start your own podcast network. You can broadcast right now. All you got to do is download the app, whether you have a phone, iPad, or even a laptop or desktop. You can right now download Anchor or go to Anchor FM right now and start recording and have your stuff broadcasted over multiple platforms such as Spotify. So go to Anchor today and start your podcast career like I have. Because trust me, I love me some Anchor.
Hey, how you doing? Let me tell you about a great deal. Why don't you come on over to the Premium Smoke Room? There ain't no smoke like Premium Smoke. I'm talking about 4 premium podcasts. I'm talking about Miss Spit Queen and the Porn Rap Star. I'm talking about Pilgrim on Wrestling. I'm talking about Causing Havoc with Princess Havoc, as well as the Read Daily Report. Oh, I'm sorry, 5 STO Dark. Plus also extra premium episodes for some of the hottest ladies and gents in the business of porn. And all this for $4.99 a month. I'm talking about 5 to 6 extra episodes a week on top of the free shit that you get. So do the math. Great deal. Only on Spotify, only on Anchor. Come check me out. Come catch this premium smoke. Hello.
Okay, are we back? Cool.
Yes. And we had such a great start off. I was just like, damn it.
I mean, you can chop it together or no.
Well, I mean, how quick it went out. I said, nah, we start from here. But it
Yeah,
just
I
mean
feel you. So,
go ahead.
I,
Go ahead. What you
I,
about to say, babe?
so yeah, you like I said earlier, you've been cracking them one after the other.
Oh yeah, because I mean, it's funny because this made me at peace with retiring with the porn business. Period. And it seemed like I was meant to do it because I always make this joke, but it's realism in it. Is that I get the opportunity to talk to a lady like yourself. And if I was a male talent, I may not ever got the opportunity to even meet you.
Right. Well, then, people in the industry are so interesting too. I mean, little known secret. I really like being in the interviewer seat, a little more than the interviewee. But I'm very happy to be here talking with you.
No, I'm gonna tell you what's so funny. It's like whenever I actually become the guest, it's weird as shit for me because I've been hosting for so long that it's like when they ask me questions, I'm sitting here thinking about questions I want to ask them. I have to remind myself, you're a guest. This ain't your show, fool. What's wrong with you?
Wonderful. Well, thank you so
Yeah.
much for having me.
Oh, most definitely. So look, let me do these particulars and we can get this on the road, sexy.
Yes, sir.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Smokers Lounge here on Anchor, the perfect app for anyone who's trying to start their own podcast career. All you got to do is download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm and get yourself a profile today. I am Kavanaugh, the Southern Champ, a.k.a. the Porn Rap Star. Y'all know what it is. Find all my links, one place, one link, and allmylinks.com/Porn Rap Star. I need to tell you about 3 wonderful sponsors that we have. The first one being the Facebook of the Ellis community. I'm talking about ellisworld.com. Next up is one of the hottest erotic XXX magazines right now in the game. I'm talking about Eroticism Magazine. So go to eroticismmagazine.com. Get a monthly subscription. Get it paperback or get it digital. Either way, just get it. And last but not least, and black owned, I'm talking about excitebunny.com. For your consumers, a new place for you to consume some adult content, see some of the hottest content creators, porn stars, whatever you want to call it, doing their freaky shit at that spot. And for you content creators, 90% profit. And you ain't got to worry about the hashtags and being kicked off. Post what you want, no big deal. And they even offer healthcare. So go to excitebunny.com, where you consumer or content creator, get a profile. We're also a proud member of the GW District Black Podcasting Network. Multiple podcasts give you the Black experience. Plus, while you're there, experience some shopping from over 500 Black-owned retailers and shops. So go to shopgwdistrict.com, support Black businesses so we create generational wealth. And check me out on SkyhawkAfterDarkTV.com as well as the BGP app. You can get on your phone or desktop. So now I'm going to show up and let this legendary lady, who actually was, when I was in the game, a dream shoot, introduce herself.
Oh, thank you so much. Hi, I'm Helena Price. If you don't know me, I am a porn star. I was one of the best girls to ever have worked in the brothels ever. And currently I am in an interesting transitory space where I've been really starting to build some new things. I moved to Vegas, bought a house. That's like, I spend quite a lot of my time working, making it fabulous. Yeah.
Most definitely. So you've been in the game for how many years?
So my official first boy girl scene was 2015.
Okay.
But I was definitely doing sex work for a little over a year before that, officially. It's not that I had never done anything before, but I kind of started pursuing it while I was still working a few different jobs, living in Detroit, but it was just kind of like a survival situation, you know? So I started off on Craigslist, actually.
Yeah. Back when it was the infancy of the game. Oh,
well,
my God.
It was pretty awesome. You know, I still have people I'm connected with from back then, people who I've shot with, people who I've done we were thinking about doing one kind of business, and then we ended up choosing to do another. So it was really kind of it was an interesting place to be back then, you know.
Yeah. So let's go back then. What brought you into first the sex trade business and then into porn?
I have always just been sexually charged. From the time I can remember, I just have this energy, you know, and people were always making me offers and stuff, and I'd be like, I really, quote unquote, tried to be what my family, what the people around me wanted me to be. I went to college. I tried my hand in the regular workforce for a number of years, you know. I worked longer in the regular workforce. I started working when I was 15, or before that I was a figure skater. Yeah, so
wait a second. You was a figure skater. This is the second person I had to talk to that was a figure skater.
I think that dance and figure skating and things like that sort of training really lends itself well to this kind of work, because there's high pressure performance, a lot of pressure to look a certain way, a lot of discipline required. So if you already have that basic groundwork, I think it kind of helps a person. And then you also have that athleticism, right? You know, I would go to school all day and then I would go skate all night, and that was pretty much my Monday through Friday, at least. You know, the weekend was also skating and sometimes some fun. You know, I'm grateful that I had kind of a balanced life, because I saw some people who were really, really deep in it, and they didn't even know what music was, music that you would hear on the radio. They had no idea what any of it was. And I like to be sort of, I'm a little bit of an alien, but I also like to be on planet Earth a little bit, you know, just so I can relate with the fellow humans.
Yeah, because when you in that world, it's so competitive, you know, that they kind of shut the kids off from everything, because they want them to focus on that shit. You know, it does fuck up with people's minds. You know, period. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, well, I mean, it fucked with me anyways in certain ways. I wouldn't trade it, at the same time. Like, everything has its good side and its and its downside, like
Well, I know one of the
people.
good sides, you got some sexy ass legs.
Ah, thank you. My butt was always a thing. I was always getting so much shit for, because I never had a small butt.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that I can see that now. Just looking at your Twitter page right now. Shit, yes, Lord. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to work with you. That booty. So, like you were saying before that. So, coming from background, now you started to look into getting into the sex trade. And
Yeah.
how
So,
you
well, I was working. I ran my own business, actually, and I was working with other women who were older than me.
Mm-hmm.
They ran their own businesses, landscaping, house painting. So I learned like trades. I've done some like hard work, so I know what that's like too. Like, not that porn isn't hard work or sex work isn't hard work. It's just it's a different story. You're not doing like hard ass labor all day,
Yeah.
But working for these women who had their own businesses, I was inspired. After I left a domestic violence situation, I was inspired by them and Kaylin Risker of SAFE, Sisters Acquiring Financial Empowerment. It's like a group that basically helps women get away from like financial abuse, like being held back from getting away from an abuser because of money situations. I always like to bump them. I know it's not a topic that people generally like to talk about, but that was how I became an entrepreneur in the first place.
Yeah,
So I was running my own food business.
inspiration.
Say what?
I said inspiration, no matter where it comes from.
Right. I was running my own. So I started my own food business. It was like a once a week thing. And then I was doing other things, curating art events, doing art education and healthy food education in the community. And then also doing different art stuff in the community, public artwork, installations, things like that. So I've always like had my hands in a lot of things.
I
but
see.
I at the same time, I wasn't making the kind of money that I needed to make to support my life. And I'm like, okay, this just isn't working out for me. Let's take things next level. And through basically a whole interesting string of events, because I didn't like plan it, it just started I just started putting my hands in it. And then eventually it was just like everything in the universe made a conspiracy for me to go to a Buddhist conference in Florida and at the same time visit one of my shaman friends who I had met in Detroit. And we actually just talked today. Oh my God. and that was like, and from there I moved to Florida. I was just like, okay, like this is my chance. I'm out.
Yeah.
And I didn't have anything set up for myself except for a place to live when I got there, so it was definitely like a leap of faith situation. But I take leads and opportunities pretty well. So when he introduced me to a site where people find people to hire for porn and stuff like that, I joined the site, and I had people contacting me right away. So yeah, as soon as that happened, I just got busy,
Yeah. So how did it feel? Because it's like as soon as you got on that site, it started getting popping for you. So were they contacting you just for movies, or they were contacting you for meet and greets, or it was a combination of both?
It's been a combination of both. My first agent found me on there,
Mm-hmm.
and that was how I like got my first like mainstream gigs or whatever. Like in all honesty, people are like, oh, we don't like when they think you're gonna be shit, they'll like take the time to like coach you and stuff like that. Otherwise, they'll just freaking laugh at you and try to filter you through and get you the fuck out of there. And it's like okay, like everyone has like an expectation when they first see someone of what they're gonna get, but like as far as I'm concerned, people don't know what's coming for them. So
Oh yeah. So your first boy-girl shoot, professional shoot, who was that with? What company? Who was the time?
So the first boy-girl shoot it was I would have loved to have started shooting content on my own and have my first boy girl be like my own production,
Yeah.
Like when I started producing my own content, I really realized the value of producing my own content, which is why that's primarily what I do now. But it was a pawn shop thing with Bang Bros, and it was interesting that
I think I seen it.
so the one thing that's remarkable about it is that it's the only porn that you will see me with my ass unshaven. Now, coming up, no one ever had any problem with it. We did all sorts of freaky things all over the place, and no one ever said a word about it. So I felt pretty comfortable with myself like that, But the industry isn't too kind to things like that. And by the next shoot, they're like, "You gotta shave that shit. It looks like you got a rodent coming out your ass." And I was like, "Fuck you!" Like, I'm just being brutally honest. I'm at a state where I just so don't give a fuck that you're probably going to hear a few brutally honest
this
things
is
today.
uncensored, baby. We keep it real on the Smokers Lounge, baby.
Oh well,
we keeps it real.
And in spirit of the Smokers Lounge, I did a couple dabs before I got on here. I was like,
I'm smoking as we speak.
Oh, nice! I think I just heard that lighter click.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
Shoot, because so it was like, so when you got on set, because it was your first boy girl scene, tell me how you was feeling. Tell me what the producer and the talents did to make you feel comfortable.
I don't feel like a lot of talent never necessarily tried to make me feel comfortable, except for like people who I know, who I work closely with, who are my friends, who's like mostly people who I've met like offset. Like usually on-set people are really just kind of like hands-offish, especially like I feel like with new girls in particular. Like when I was new, guys were way more standoffish with me than when I was established. When I was established, people were much more friendly. I like to talk with someone before I do a scene, just to like I'm kind of like a sapiosexual, so to just have a little conversation with somebody before the scene, just to kind of hear how they are, who they are, just get a feel for them and find an intellectual connection point, to where it's like, okay, like we just talked about a few things. I feel like more comfortable with you, that's the best way to make me feel comfortable. I was probably nervous, but at the same time, I'm really like determined, So I was determined just for it to be awesome. And for me, like I wanted to bring my real sex and like I wanted to be as real as possible too, because I just never liked the way that a lot of porn felt so fake to me when I would watch it. So that was definitely like one of my goals when I started as a performer. I was like, I want to be as real me as possible every time that I'm performing, unless of course I'm like playing a role or something, but that's always a part of you too, if you think about it.
Actually, it's just the extension of your personality.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like that's one thing I did. Why see, I'm getting tongue tied. Smoke too much weed.
Oh, it's all good. I do too.
To me, I didn't go Hollywood because I didn't like the mechanicalness of it. And two, I'm the kind of person that, like you, I like to conversate who I'm about to shoot. I want to get to know you. I want to know your boundaries. I want to, I help them lotion up. They need a massage. That's cool. They need help putting on their outfit. Because it endears you because in many ways you got to woo each other when you're on set. Not necessarily woo as in I want to fuck you off camera. No, woo as in you make me feel.
I like you enough to fuck you. I have to like you enough to fuck you. Like, yeah, I've had to fuck people on set who were like total shit bags, and I'm very sure that it like came through, in the performance. Just like you can probably tell that I'm like performing it instead of like actually doing it. Like when you see me working especially with people who
Yeah.
are like on my team, you know, people who are my mentors like Kyle Balls or Jonathan Jordan. When you see me working with them and people, you know, related to these circles, you get to see like the best of me because they bring out the best in me, and hopefully I
And
do
you
the
don't
same
work
thing.
with them a lot, and that you comfortable with them, you know, period. Because it's like, even when,
Well, even
like,
from the very first, though, it was from the very first that like that you can kind of tell, okay, this shit's working out. Like, you know, we have good communication, we have good shoot, like we have good chemistry, we have, you know, like the same kind of like motivation and vision and stuff, you know, like I'm a really creative person. I like to put something creative into all of my movies. So I'm thinking about what I'm wearing, how my hair is. I'm thinking about like details. I'm thinking about I'm my mind is on what is happening there because I want it to look sweet, you know. When I have like a certain set, I dress to the set, all of that stuff to like to have it just look as visually appealing as possible, like art in an artistic sense, beyond just like, okay, there's people fucking.
yeah. Because see, with you, like, you came in shooting with the heavyweights for the most part. So the way you came in is different than what the average might come in, because the average might come in because they're doing content already, or they might webcam or what have you.
I
You
wish
came,
that I had been doing content already. I basically just got thrown into the freaking boiling pot. But
yeah, I see.
well, it didn't last long though. Like, you know, when the way that it goes, at least down there, I don't know how it goes everywhere, but agents will pick up girls, they'll run the girls through all of the companies, then they won't have any more shoots for them, and then they just kind of like peter out, and then it's done, you know, unless they get the royal pass, you know, like the.
No, but see, that's what. It's funny. I started in 2006, and the term was called overshot, and that's why I tell girls when I was working with them, no, you pace how you shoot with the companies, but you focus on putting out your own, because once they shoot you, they're done. They got enough.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, like there's so many advantages to creating your own content. When I started creating my own content, I started shooting the content that I came into the industry that I wanted to shoot. No one was going to hire me to do what I wanted to do, or at least they hadn't yet. So it's like, okay, I'm not going to wait the rest of my life for you assholes to put me on when I can just put myself on. Like, fuck that. So I opened up my clip stores. I started shooting scenes, and yeah, and over time, you know, I've learned more about editing, more about shooting. I'm really like working on refining my skills as a photographer and videographer right now. So it's just like it's been building on itself the whole time, as far as different platforms that I'm selling my content, and also as far as like my skills and what I'm doing. So and I'm just like, if I didn't have the people like I said, like Kyle Balls and Jonathan Jordan, if I didn't have them, like they're the ones who have taught me how to do this, you know.
Yeah. Cause I'm sorry, I'm sitting here, I'm just enjoying like the ripped leggings, cause I did a scene like that myself. I just find that sexy when you got a fat ass and the leggings are ripped. And he's fucking you through them. That is my shit, yo.
Yeah, that's hot. That's so hot.
I ain't even going front, because but back to, I'm sorry, I got distracted by your booty. I apologize. But back
It's
to
okay. It's okay. I can't be mad at you for that, right?
So, but the one thing you can say is, from shooting with the major companies, it kind of did shape your brand when you started doing content. Because,
no, not at all, actually, because
well,
they give you one shoot at each place, Score, Bang Bros, Reality Kings, and then unless you're someone who they really think they can push, you're done. So that's when I started
but
shooting
not
settings.
shape, not shape as in they helped your career, like they helped your career somewhat.
I
But
mean,
shape as in
they didn't even like, there wasn't any hype behind any of it or anything like that. It wasn't like that at all. They were just like, oh, another filler bitch, bring her in here and shoot a couple
Oh
scenes,
yeah,
get her out.
yeah.
It was totally like that, I think. And they weren't the companies became interested in shooting me after I formed my own brand by creating my clip stores.
Because you got white hot. That's why. They don't come after you or come back after you till you get white hot. But see, the thing I was saying is, what I mean by shape your brand is you shoot like they do. You get what I'm coming from? You don't do the cell phone. You got the professional looking shit. You actually do the stills. You actually do a photo shoot in the outfit that your ass is about to get fucked in. People don't do that.
Half the time.
You feel me?
But
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But I've definitely, as a business person and someone who is like intending to like take up this art of pornography, I was paying attention to what they were doing in the studio. I definitely had my eye on that stuff, but it was like a couple weeks of work for them, and then I don't know, I was kind of just like on my own. Like, well, she got me a few like fetish shoots. I was shooting a lot of fetish, and that was like primarily what I was doing for a while, actually. And then eventually things started to shift once I got rid of agents. Actually, I think agents are like, honestly, they're just pretty much,
there you go,
they're the scum of the earth. I cannot stand agents. I cannot stand agents. I will not hire someone who has an agent. I don't want to talk to an agent. Like,
I wish I was standing right beside you. I would give you a high five right now. Because I don't even want to interview people that has agent. It's like if I see agent on their shit, I would actually bypass them from asking for an interview. Have the experience that I had with agents dealing in podcasting. You feel what I'm saying? So I can imagine on the point is. So to me, it's like this. I'm gonna ask you this because I already know what side you are on the independent.
Oh yeah.
Why would anybody? What would be the purpose of signing with an agent? Because last I checked, majority of these companies will ever talk to you directly anyway.
I mean that was what happened with me. I got rid of my agent, and then all of a sudden, I got rid of my agent, started my own content, and then it was after that big gangbang dropped. I think that was like some pretty big ripples, and then Kyle Balls was just climbing and climbing, so our like taboo content, and then like being on there was like a few things that really gave me a good push, and that's when the company started calling me again. I was happy to go work with them. It's fun, it's good publicity, especially when you're like comfortable shooting scenes. Like when I came back to work for the companies, and I'd become like comfortable shooting scenes, used to posing and doing photos. Like it was so much it was just so much better. Like I got to really enjoy it.
And see too, also when they came back and got you, and now you got your own content, it's like that fan base now you tapping into, they got a place to go spend money on you.
Yeah, so it was like a mutually beneficial situation for sure. Yeah. I definitely enjoyed that. I won't be working for any more mainstream companies again. Like I'm just really committed.
But you really don't need to. I mean, from the outside looking in,
I don't need to.
You hide.
I don't need to at all. That's one thing. Well, anything, that was something that really changed for me over the past year. I just decided that when I'm doing my work, I'm in no way going to be anyone's fucking clapping monkey ever again. Like shit was open season for like 7 years. Like do whatever you want. Like I have a boundary up, and it's that I'm not going to be performing for someone else who's where there's like a pressure situation. That means no clients. Now domination, I'm happy to do that because I'm the one in control.
Yeah. I feel that.
Anywhere where I'm the boss, I'm good with it. But anywhere where someone else is the boss of me, I'm over it now. I feel like I've just gotten past that.
Yeah.
I just turned freaking 39.
You don't even look it, boo.
Oh,
You
well,
a
thank you.
baby. You a baby. You 39. I'm about to turn 47 in April 21st. So you a baby.
Oh, congratulations. You're like right on the cusp there, huh?
Yeah, I'm an old man.
No, I meant on the cusp of Aries and Taurus.
Yeah. No, but still, I'm an old man, though. I got the white beard there, goddamn thing. I just mentioned. But I still look good, though, for my age. I still can give it to them. But yeah, because it's like, but like when I look at your stuff, one, you give variety because you know, do different type scenes. I see that you go through a serious thought process when you come up with your scenes. So how do you come up with your scenes and like where you get your inspiration from?
So like sometimes I'll get inspiration from like real world things that I see, or sometimes I'll get
Me too.
like just like stuff that's going on, like something that might be going on in society at the moment, you know. I'll be influenced by that. I'm influenced by some of my past experiences and I kind of like morph them into scenes. Sometimes like with taboo stuff,
Yeah.
my fantasies were always of me being the young one on like the other end of things, you know, but that obviously doesn't work as far as a performative thing for me. So like me being the stepmom or whatever, you know, that totally works. So I let my mind get perverted about it when I'm in the shower. Actually, I'll smoke down and then I'll take a shower, and while I'm in the shower I'll just let like all of the thoughts expand. and I start to just like think about, you know, what kind of like what's like the most perverted possible scenario here. And then so I think of a scenario and then I do this thing where I twist it out. So like, okay, I have a basis here. How can I make it more twisted? How can I make that even more twisted? So, and then there's like the level of improvisation too, because I don't script anything strictly. Like a lot
I
of
hate doing
companies,
scripts. You know,
a
I'd
lot of
rather just do
companies,
improv.
I've always been more like into like doing improv things creatively, you
Yeah.
know. So for me, like, and so many things come to you creatively. You have so much creative energy stirred up while you're having sex that who knows what's going to come out of your mouth, you know. Like
Yeah.
there's some of these things I've said that are so fucking priceless that like I wouldn't have thought that up for a script just sitting there like scratching my pussy trying to write it. Like no, like you need to be getting fucked for that kind of magic to come out, you know.
Yeah, because the best perfections are imperfections. The things that happen that you didn't plan on, but it just hit perfectly.
And then I think too for working with other people, if it's just a framework of okay, we know what points to hit. We have like a couple specific phrases that we know we're going to say in here, you know, and you string that all together and but you like string it through like also natural conversation, and you make sure that you hit your little points along the way. So it's like natural conversation, scripted point that you know you got to hit in there, and then you and you keep it flowing like that too. So yeah, there's like a lot of fun ways to create the dialogue.
Oh yeah.
And then I
So
got a mouth too, so
you know, I see it works very well on the dick. I must admit, your head game is marvelous.
thank you.
A1, most definitely. So now,
Thank you. I love dick and balls in my mouth.
I see. I told you. I said it's funny. I meet him when I'm retired. That it's just like damn. But hey, I get to talk to him, so it's just as good. But anyway, now you run the gamut with what you do. We talking about from BDSM to anal, gangbang, double DP, role play, and all that. What people don't, and people don't really talk about when I listen to interviews is the mental aspect of this game. and the mental prep that we have to do as talent walking into these things. You know what I'm saying? So speak to some of the things that you do with your mental prep when you know you're about to do a shoot, depending upon what the shoot is or what have you.
Well, you know, I guess I'll give it to you from two different angles.
Yeah.
One, like for my own scenes, I do that whole shower thing where I get super pervy and think about all of what I want to have happen, you know. That's definitely important for my mindset. And then, you know, I've been doing this for so long that I totally know what my boundaries are, and I don't have any problem expressing them and enforcing them to the fullest. Yeah, so as far as that's concerned, like that's sort of an easy part, you know. And a lot of the preparation for me now is thinking about, okay, like what outfit, how am I doing my makeup, how am I setting up my lights, who's shooting this, what kind of angles do I want, you know. That's sort of the mental preparation that I have to do when I'm working for myself. Now, back working for the companies, it was a little bit different because you had to perform what they were asking you to perform as they asked you to perform it, you know. And that's just entirely different to, you know, you're being asked to put your body in this position or that position. I like to choose what position I want to be in.
Yeah.
So
because I'm pretty
going
sure
into that, you have to become like plastic, you know. I've worked with directors that were very fucking rude in Los Angeles. Not in Miami, actually. In Miami, I've worked with directors that were really great for the most part, you know. I love Miami.
I figured that Miami producers and directors probably a little bit nicer than the ones in Cali. Cause like I used to watch documentaries, and we talking about like vivid videos and shit. And I hear how sometimes the director be talking to the girls. I be like,
so I'm really sensitive, and I really had to employ spiritual tactics, Buddhist tactics, in order to not blow up at this guy from the way he was talking to me, you know. But by not blowing up at him, it was a situation of where I gained some skills by just allowing myself to be plastic, basically, and mold into whatever he wanted me to be. And I also gained respect and some extra knowledge. This person was willing to share more of their knowledge with me once they respected me, who was willing to do that. So is that something that I want to subject myself to? No. Was it a good challenge to surmount? Yes. You know, no, like you have to really be centered within yourself going into that. And you have to be confident. You have to be practiced.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because it has a motto is we had to be professional even when others are not. So trust me, I had to put that to the test many a days. Even on my levels, I can imagine what you had to deal with because you was on a totally different level. You're talking about Bang Brothers and reality kings and stuff like that. That's high level, high pressure shoots. I don't care if
But
nobody
you know,
says
after time, it got to be fun. Like once I was used to it, like when I was shooting with them a little more heavily, like back in 2018, 19, like during that time, it became like a thing where I just it was fun for me. I loved waking up in the morning, doing my workout, taking my shower, going in there, hanging out, getting my makeup and hair done, and then performing and stuff. Like it got to be sort of like a comfort zone for me in a way. Once again, I'm not going to do it anymore. At the same time, it was that was a really great time. Like I look back and I'm just like, oh, that was awesome.
Yeah. So now I just got to ask you this question. We'll ask you this question before I get to the real sticky questions.
Okay.
All right. Now you have booty and you have nice sized breasts. So I've noticed you have not really gotten them done, or I don't know if you ever thought about getting them done. I'm not making any windows. I think they're fine just the way they are. But I know some females been to the pressure to get enhancements per se. So
I
do you
mean,
get pressured for that? Or you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just asking.
I
Because
mean,
I know
I've heard like insults, like how do you think you're a MILF without MILF tits? Like some dumb shit like that, you know?
really,
But like
really tested.
the honest truth is that there's a lot of real women who look so much like me. I like I feel like I'm like any woman in a lot of ways, you know. And maybe except for my ass. But so like yeah, there's like there's a little bit of a pressure, and then there's the thought of like, oh, that could look so good, you know. um at the same time, there's a couple factors that lead me to choose to not do it. One of those factors is that I live with autoimmune, so my concern is that like my body would maybe start attacking itself even more if I were to put a foreign object implanted into it. so that's like that's definitely something that governs me, you know. And it's probably for the best in a lot of ways too. I'm an excessive person, so like I like, you know, who knows, without that I might have went and gotten some huge boobs a long time ago and then like regretted it and gotten them taken out. And I've seen there's a couple of girls who I really like think they're amazing, and they've gotten them taken out in recent times. So like, so I think they have like their ups and their downsides, and I'm like, you know what, like I feel good enough about what I have to where I don't want to risk changing it to a point where I won't be happy with it, because it's possible that something could happen, like, you know, yeah, going under the knife and stuff.
Yeah, because to
I'm
me it's
natural
like,
too. People know me for that at this point as well. Like there's like a segment of my fans that just like appreciate that I'm all natural. You know, I keep a bush. I don't have any surgeries. I'll probably be getting some more tattoos as time goes on and I give less and less fucks. But
it like this to me. I think you're straight, and I'm not just saying that because you on the broadcast and I always want to work with you. No, seriously, it's for me knowing the business, me being in the business as long as I have. You have what I call the full package. I tell females it's not about being drop dead gorgeous in this basis. It's about being sexy, because it's about being a sex symbol.
right,
And you don't have to have huge tits or even a fat ass to pull that off. It's just your swagger, your attitude.
completely, you know? Like that's one thing that I kind of quickly learned, and that's what it is. It's the person's like the person's energy, the person's confidence, the person's like whatever their flavor is, you know.
Yeah, because I'm a proponent about energy too, you know, and energy attracts energy. You know, how you walk into the room, how you walk on set, you know, even your thought process. Because even to the point as a producer, I try to make, if it ain't, try to make the set comfortable, you know, play music or what have you. Anything so to get the best out of that person and get their good energy.
Absolutely, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I do want you to fuck me, but fuck me on this camera so we can get this money. That's the whole point.
Right, yeah.
So with that, go ahead. Now go ahead. What you about to say, babe? I'm sorry.
To make each other comfortable, you know. I think that it's the guys and the girls' job as like a mutual situation, because dudes can't perform when they're uncomfortable. They're dudes are less likely to be able to perform when they're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
They gotta have their head in the game.
Yeah, come on. That's right. Get it hard, keep it hard, and come on cute. That's what we gotta do. That's our job. And speaking about jobs, now we come to the segment. We got to get the people what they want. This is the part, this is the segment where the pussies go dry, the dicks go limp. Let's talk about the business. Business of porn. So now we're gonna begin here on this in this segment. You're a female that shoot with the top companies. So your quality and what you look for in male time to work with is going to be a little different than the average. So what do a guy have to bring to the table to do content trade with Helena Price?
I mean, that has evolved over time, I would say. That has definitely evolved over time. At this point, they just need to be within my porn family network. I'm not letting any outsiders in, basically.
Yeah.
I've become much more selective, I would say. Used to be a little bit more free, but I think that over time for trade, the person doesn't have to be, it's not necessarily about their looks as much as it is about their workability. It has to be somebody who I vibe with, like on a personal level. Like it has to be someone who is easy for me to work with. It has to be someone who like knows what they're doing, someone who comes at a reasonable time in the scene. As much as I love shooting, I don't want to be there for like an hour and a half with the whole last like half hour just me getting my
trust me, I've
out.
been there where a dude done went for 45 minutes to not come, and then he gonna look at me, butt ass nigga with his dick still hard, like we gonna finish the scene. I'm like, nah, dude, we good. We gonna Playboy it out, bro. I'm just gonna fade it out. No cum shot. You're not about to kill this girl.
Oh shit! At least give him a fake cum shot or something.
Oh shit! Nah. After what he did, I was like, man, I ain't feel like going through that shit.
Sometimes you just gotta cut it off.
Yeah, I was like, we been there all goddamn day. I'm like, look, bro, nah, we good.
But at this point, it would be pretty much close to impossible for somebody new to work with me. I feel bad having to turn people down because I've always been such a yes person, as time goes, the person evolves. Like I have to put my energy towards building what the next levels of what I'm doing is. And if I'm out here shooting content with all of these new randos, I won't have the time and energy to be building what I'm building next. So,
well, I mean, if you want to be honest, you're doing it old school way because the circle was small. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And the only way someone got in unless they were brought in, and usually by a male talent who sit there and tell the girl, yo, man, I've been putting dude to work. You might want to work with him. You feel where I'm coming from? Because then he's tested. And plus, at the level that you at, yeah, that's like Lil Wayne doing a song with a nobody. It ain't happening. You feel where I'm coming from?
Well, it's funny too,
you got a brand to maintain, and a look to maintain, and a professionalism to maintain. So it's understandable why you might be like that. Why you like that?
Well, I mean, I feel like my like as far as like types of people who I've performed with, like you can see me with people of all ages, sizes, shapes, races, genders, you name it. I've pretty much fucked them. So that's not what it's about at all. It's really about the person being able to work with me and help me achieve, because like I have a vision for things, so we help each other kind of mutually achieve a vision together.
Yeah.
In collaboration.
Yeah, he brings something other than good dick.
Yeah, because I mean like good dick is really kind of a dime a dozen.
Well, especially for you in porn, so you can't help but to run a good dick.
Oh well, my like previous I couldn't help but run into good dick. Like,
I'm pretty sure with it, we look at you. I'm pretty sure you would get holiday going to the fucking grocery store out this bitch or to the 7-Eleven. Hey, boo, how you doing?
you know. So like like I said, it was always easy. It was always easy for me. So like that's really a dime a dozen. I think people who have a business mind, people who are like fun to be around. Like I want to be around people who I enjoy. Like I don't want to be around like someone who creeps me out or who knows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so that's like.
But see, also your circle gives you familiarity because you know what you're getting. You feel what I'm saying? And because I mean, from a lot of people I've interviewed, and I always said this myself, there's a blueprint to this business. You have resident male talent that you work with. These people that you know, they're easy to work with, and then you work with established male talent to build your cachet. But the key is you never had let the industry have more content of you than you have of yourself.
Yes. I think that's hitting it on the head.
Yeah, because to me, they will continue to make money. So you want to be able to do the same. You want to be able to make money in your sleep.
Oh, I think that's the biggest thing. Anyone who's getting in, don't depend on the companies, depend on yourself, because whatever you create, that's your residual income. That's everyone's freaking holy grail, in my opinion. Like as far as business is concerned, is a residual income. Like
Yeah.
And if you can create yourself a residual income through doing something that you love with people that you love and sharing that with the world, then why not?
Oh yeah, that's why I did it. Yeah. It became very passionate about it. You know, period. So we always the way that social media has been portraying it lately, like they make it seem like it's easy to do, easy to make money, get rich quick, the whole nine. They don't ever talk about what the 1 month is good, next month is tight. They don't talk about the work that we have to put behind the scenes, because filming it is the easy part.
Oh,
Getting that some bitch to be bought is the hard part.
Yeah. I mean, well, the whole process is just it's long and it's challenging. You know, planning a shoot, writing out whatever your script is, getting your location, your wardrobe, making sure that your talent shows up and everyone's tested and that paperwork gets done. So that's just before you even start the freaking camera, okay? So yeah, the shooting, it's the easy part. Well, you gotta, of course, set up your equipment and your lights and all of that stuff. Make sure that your camera's set to the right settings and that your audio is turned on.
Yes.
And that your shit's like white balance. So like
and the camera's fully charged and the SD card is empty.
Yeah, so it's like so like there's like, yeah, it's not just pick up a camera and press a button and then a thing happens and then you're done. So and then also you want to make sure that you light things a certain way. You want to make sure that you have your shots framed a certain way, all of that stuff. And then afterwards, getting everything edited. I mean, you're gonna watch the whole thing at least twice if you're gonna get a really good tight edit done, which I like to do, because like I want to make sure that like if anything like that really doesn't go with the scene is said or done, that I make sure that it doesn't go in the scene. I want to make sure that I catch that shit while I'm editing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to end up watching it a couple times before I even release it, and then releasing it, your like cover photos, your trailers, posting it, just actually like doing the upload, writing the description. So like so like people could say that that's easy if they want to. It becomes easier once it becomes a process. In my opinion, like once anything becomes a process to me, then it's like, okay, I'm on this and I have it like on repeat, like a living meditation sort of a thing. but getting to where you have the whole process down, it's definitely a learning curve. I'm still on the learning curve. I don't think I'll ever like necessarily fully stop progressing as far as that's concerned, but
Yeah,
there's always
because
something new to learn. There's always something new.
it's a lot of work. For the promotion, navigating the social medias, posting
Oh yeah, how
appropriate
about that?
shit for each
Posting.
social media.
Mm-hmm.
All that stuff. So now, other than of course the adult film, you say you do meet and greets. You webcam?
Oh, I used to. I do not anymore.
Okay.
I'm
But you used
I'm
to. Okay.
yeah. I used to work at Love Ranch, so I was there for what, like 5 years.
Oh my God! Wait a second. We about to unpack this because I have never talked to anybody that worked one of the ranches. How was it like working a ranch?
It was really amazing. At first it was terrible. I felt like I was in hooker jail. I was used to being a free roaming hoe, and then once I got put in the cage, it was a little bit challenging. Now, their house isn't a lockdown house, but like at the time, like I wasn't familiar with the trails out back. I didn't have any money to like go anywhere. I was just like getting started over there. So it's kind of like you're locked in there, and me, I'm a formidable opponent as far as like lineups and stuff like that. That's when, for anyone who doesn't know, that's when when a potential client walks into the ranch and they want to see the girls that's there, right? They want to show you who's here, who can you take a tour with, and they can take as many tours as they want to take. So they have us come out. We were one of the only houses that did a walking lineup, which I really liked because it would help me show off my assets. And 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 it's also an energy thing too, like you said. So like I wouldn't have told anyone this while I was working there because I felt like it was one of my secrets to making money, but it's definitely an energy thing, the way that you project to the potential suitor, that definitely affects whether you're going to be picked or not. And I don't know how to explain for someone to do that necessarily, but just food for thought. And it works anywhere too. Like I learned it because I used to like to go out and pick out who I wanted to interact with. I would just go to a party, club, festival, whatever, and zone in on whoever seemed interesting to me, draw them into me with my energy beams.
Yeah, because it seems like to me, you have touched every spectrum of sex work, and I think, well, we're not. I mean, for the most part,
I have not danced. Well, I did a competition once where I won like $500, but I never wanted to work in a
she
strip
never
club.
danced, but she won $500 dancing. You didn't live the interesting life.
Gratefully so. Gratefully fucking so. I cammed a little bit. I tried my hand at it. I didn't like doing it solo. I like to see the interaction with someone. That's why I really liked working at the brothel, working with clients, because I would be there with a person like face to face, right? Instead of like looking at a camera, trying to like figure out what my audience is thinking, like while doing cam shows with groups. It like when I had a boyfriend and girlfriend, camming with them was fun, or doing the group live shows on OnlyFans, that's fun. That kind of camming I do enjoy. Yeah.
So it's, damn, you didn't work the brothel. I'm sorry, that is so fucking cool, yo. I can't even get over that. And because I know it was like crazy, like when the guy came in, they say, ding ding, y'all come out. You looking all damn tender and sexy and shit. He come over there,
Ding ding
takes you.
ding. I call that the
You know,
horn bell.
oh my God. And it's funny because dudes, they gotta walk in. They better have money because it ain't no cheap shit. It ain't no back pay shit. No.
No, yeah.
Oh no.
No, yeah, you definitely need to come with some formidable cash if you want to have a good time there. And fair. I think that's fair. I think that's more than fair.
Shoot, that's reality. Ouch.
Well, there
Oh my.
were so
Go
many
ahead.
advantages, like knowing that
Mm-hmm.
you're working with people who are doing everything protected, knowing that
Yeah.
you don't face any legal ramifications from the situation, knowing that not only are the girls protected, but they're also tested. So it's
Yeah.
it's a really I liked it because it was a really safe environment to do my business, and I think that's why clients are drawn to the ranches, even though it comes at a little bit more of a premium. It ends up being worth it, and I always aim to please, so I want to see the person walking out with a huge smile on their face. That always made my day.
I mean, well, it's kind of infectious because if a person see you smile, you got such a pretty smile, then yeah, he can't help but to smile. He can have a bad day, stump his toe, he's still gonna smile. And that's facts. So shoot. So with everything that you've been doing since 2015, well, it's two questions, but I'm gonna ask this one first. What's the one thing that you can take away from your career that you can tell the next woman? You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, like something that I would tell a girl who's just getting started out in the business?
Yeah.
I think we might have hit that one a few times, and that is this: create your own content, be the boss, be your own boss as much as you possibly can.
Yeah.
and also like I guess the second thing would be to really do your best to respect your energy. A lot of people will try to just run you dry. Definitely respect your energy.
And see, too, also, let's talk brand. That because you have a brand and you stay on brand.
Well,
So a lot of times females don't trust the process. Speak to trusting the process.
okay, because now there's different ways that I feel like people could go about it. My brand wasn't necessarily planned. It was born out of my own desire, because there's certain things that I wanted to do as far as porn goes, So what I ended up doing for my own stuff is things that I enjoy, things that I gravitate to, things that excite me, so whatever excited me ended up being my brand. I think that's a great way for anyone to go, because if you're doing what excites you, then for sure your content is, you're doing what excites you combined with some creativity and skill. Your content's going to be fire. But just having that energy of enjoying it, there's no point in doing work that you don't like to do. So if you're just in it for money or something like that, like you can totally forget about it. Like you'll probably make some money, but you're not really going to enjoy yourself because it's not something you're fired up about, and you're not going to go as far as someone who's really into it. I've heard producers of recent complaining about the influx, and man, the girls, the quality, they're not as into it. and
Yeah.
and I that they just heard that they could make a quick buck, and they're just there to bang it out and get it over with. And I mean, there's always been an element of that for sure, but I've never been like that, so I don't know what that's like.
Well, see, you care about how it looks, and you also have fun with it. Because I've been said this. It seems like the women that's in 35 and plus bracket, they kill the business way more so than the young girls. Because by the time you hit 35 and your 40s, you really don't give a shit no goddamn more. Because a lot of the young girls are walking in shameful that they're in the business. And if you walk in shameful, you're not going to succeed in this business as you would if you was not. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like there's a lot of evolution that's been happening too amongst like the younger generation and becoming more sex positive and more sex worker positive and stuff to where a lot of people feel even if like they're not necessarily their families are okay with it, but that their friend groups are really supportive of it. Like it's becoming something that is becoming more culturally acceptable, I think. And that is a good thing because it's an actual profession, you know.
Yeah, actually. That's why that's why we do these podcasts, so we can give y'all knowledge of how to do this shit so y'all will be looking stupid and dumb and broke. That's the point. Because it's like even when I thought about what OnlyFans were having, I used to see girls post how much they made. And it's kind of like,
see, I never did. Anytime I see that, I feel like it's just really fucking tacky. I feel like it's tacky. I feel like I make whatever money I make and that's my business, and you make whatever money you make and that's your business. Like posting even like, okay, if you want to post their percent or whatever like that, but that still is like it's the same thing kind of. And personally for me, I never gravitated towards that.
good, because
Like
to
the last
me,
thing I would want to do is brag about my money.
yeah,
Like I'm
because
not trying to brag about something that I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my income. I'm grateful for the people who are supporting me, and I might not be making as much money as some people. But I know I'm definitely making more money than other people. So it's like just being grateful for what I have, like, and always working to, of course, increase that, but staying grateful is important.
Yeah, because see, I think with the people that's coming in, it's like at first they didn't get what it was about, especially in the pandemic, because they were just jumping in because it was a thing they heard. They saw the
Yeah.
girls post. They saw
Well,
every
you know,
time
I saw
the
some
girl.
people who
Go ahead.
actually I saw some people who actually jumped on during that time, you know.
Yeah.
And I kind of watched the way that things went with them,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, like some people were just like scamming people, and then
Yeah.
they lose their customer base, and 2 years later they're wondering why they're not making however much a month anymore, and they're only making a fraction of that. It's because you like screwed over your customers and they didn't want to come back to you, you know. like
Mm-hmm.
that's no way to run any business. So and then some people, you know, that they got on and it was like a quick fire, and then it just like and they had a good thing going, and then it just like fizzled out because they didn't have a brand that was already built up either, you know. I think
Mm-hmm.
um having a brand already built up was definitely an advantage for me on OnlyFans.
Yeah, because it's like, because all you're doing is just adding to what you're doing, And also, I listen to how many girls their whole income was based off OnlyFans was mind blowing. And the reason why I'm saying this is because it's a dude that has multiple platforms. All my platforms bring in money. That's the whole point why I got them.
Yes,
I
sir.
rather have multiple
Yes.
checks.
Yes. Well, that was how I was. That's how I was kind of like living before this. Like I told you, I was doing like multiple different kinds of work. It was me just like sometimes there wouldn't be paint jobs, sometimes there wouldn't be landscaping jobs, some, you know. So I just had like a whole bunch of different things to where I could pick up and do this one, pick up and do that one, and I kind of took and transferred that to my business model when I started in the industry, you know. So I'm like, okay, I'm doing porn and I'm doing in-person things, and that was like the two things I was doing. And interestingly enough, I think it's going to come out in Hustler in May. I'm pretty sure I did an interview, or yeah, I did like a little interview with them talking about brothel stuff. And one of the things that Dennis told me when I started there in 2016, he said to me, you're not going to make any money doing porn. Those porn girls, they don't make money, blah, blah, blah. This is where all the real money is at. Just commit your whole self to this, da, 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 da. And I mean, Dennis didn't know that the pandemic was coming and that the ranches would be shut down. So I refused to just fully work at the brothels. I was like, no, I'm going to do both. I'm going to not ever have my eggs all in one basket. And then, with porn and stuff like that, there's so many different platforms. You can just keep multiplying yourself. Right.
Yeah.
Which is an ongoing thing for me. Actually, it still hasn't stopped. I still have more places, more platforms to invade, many more. So like,
I mean, because it's like because when you think about it, if they say you did music, right, and you had a song, if you sign up for any of these distribution sites, what have you, they're gonna put you on every platform. As many platforms they can get you on. So it's the same premise.
Oh, that's interesting. They'll do it for you. That there should be something like that for the adult industry where someone just like puts you on every single platform.
Bingo. Yeah, because even with the podcast, like I'm on a lot of it I did put myself on there, but the podcast is everywhere. So when I tell people that you're going to get heard, yeah, it's everywhere from Apple to Spotify. Shit is on fucking good pods. So it's the same thing with porn. You have to be on every platform because every platform has its own way it runs, also has its own traffic.
Right. Like different platforms have a different audience, so it's good to be spread out a little bit for sure.
Now I'm gonna ask you this because you've been doing, like I said, you got lineage in this, and like I said, you've been doing it big time. How do you navigate the sensitivity movement in porn?
Oh my god! Don't I ask this one's funny. I'm actually doing something right now that they wouldn't let me do on video. I'm urinating.
See, I'm a dom, so it's just okay. Go ahead.
Well, that's one of the things that they don't like. There's a lot of the stuff that I did with Helena's Cock Quest was me going out and doing adventures. We did Fantasy Fest in Key West. We go to the beach, go to parking lots, just random crazy shit everywhere. I was working with Voyeur Champ at the time. They took down like all of his stuff because it's all like outdoor voyeur stuff, for the most part. So there's like certain portions of my content that no one can really get online anymore unless they message me and ask for it and send me a payment and get it dropped to them. That's the only way to get a lot of that stuff anymore, because even some of the loopholes that were available kind of closed up.
Yeah,
it looks like, because some of my recent posts with things like that got taken off. So I think it's and then with the terminology, you can't say mom, like this is just a fucking word, people, but it's just like this is just one more example of the kind of tyranny that is trying to be brought upon us at this time. That just that little level of censorship right there, and the problems with the banks having problems with Pornhub and all of this stuff. The banks have problems with us becoming free people is what they have a problem with.
because I tell people this. It was a time where we didn't have to give all that paperwork. It's just we had to give our information. Period. I mean, I can put on my 10-4 hat if I wanted to, but I don't feel like going that deep. We're going to have to come back for an episode on that, Mama. But,
right. Well, we'll have to come back anyways, because once I start unraveling out of this cocoon state, I'm gonna have a few things that I'll definitely want to be introducing to people.
Trust me. My platform is open to you, Miss Lady. I want you to come back. Don't get it twisted. We ain't even finished this yet. I got a few more things for us to discuss because
I'm happy to
open the door on it. But no, because like I said, to me, when I look at it, first of all, nice way for me to do this advertisement. See, you won't have that problem if you get a profile Excite Bunny, because a lot of my real risque shit is on Excite Bunny. It's not coming down. So get a profile Excite Bunny. Shit, you can shit, piss, slap, whatever, race play, name it. You're good. Excite Bunny. That's all I'm gonna say. Now.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Period. But the thing
How's
of it
that
is,
spelled though?
X, then site, SITE, Bunny, BUNNY.com.
Thank you.
No doubt. So yeah. I'm trying to tell you, because see, I tell people it's just the way it just changed. Even the clips for sale. Like, I was so mad at clips for sale when they took away the membership site. I said, "That's my money. That's my money." Bro, don't get it twisted. They like my clips, but no, my fan base wanted the memberships.
Right.
They like being able to sit in there and watch hours upon hours of me fuck the brakes off somebody. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like all the sites try now to become like OnlyFans, literally.
Which is not necessarily a good idea to try to become like someone else. What you need to do is figure out what no one else is doing and do it. That's why OnlyFans succeeded.
Yeah. Which is funny because, like I said, it just, to me, and see too, also it was so championed, because no porn site before they got championed in social media like it did. Okay, Pornhub wasn't even hot like that. I'm like, I'm seeing, people singing in the song.
No.
Where is it?
Yeah, the song.
Yeah, it's just, I tell people but what girls found out, what OnlyFans found out, is how powerful sex workers are and content creators. And the other part of that is too, you better have more than one site. Because you had AVN with Stars, they posed their clothes. I remember one of the
I was so glad that I didn't make the effort to go on there, because like it would have been kind of short-lived for me, and it just it would have felt so not worth it, because getting yourself set up on a site, it's really a job, like I feel like getting all your paperwork together, getting everything set, like opening up a new platform, it takes quite a bit of work. Like I'm the one who like opened up all of my platforms, so I know. and after trying to like build something and then having it get shut down that quickly, I probably would have been really disappointed. So we're glad that didn't happen.
Yeah. So I mean, like it's just crazy. Life is about adjustments, I guess. We just gotta always keep adjusting
and try to predict what's to be adjusted to next, I think, is like the next level part of that. Like, okay, like I can be adaptable, I can shapeshift a little bit, but like starting to like think, okay, what's actually about to happen? How do I need to change myself to where I have a jump on everyone else when whatever the next thing is that happens?
Yeah, I was, because even back then I knew where the game was headed, and I knew it was headed to the point where the power was going to be in the hands of the men and women that actually film the scenes,
which is where it should be. I think that the shift is a beautiful thing. I think that it also, because the industry chooses what looks they want, but as far as like more independent creation and stuff like that, the people are choosing, because the people, whoever's subscribing to whoever, they're the ones making the choice of who they're going to spend their money on, and someone who's way more who has like a huge leg up in the industry might make as much money as someone who doesn't, just because that person who doesn't has something special about them that the people love.
Yeah, because it's like, excuse me, because I remember when Rude.com went away, and that was like one of the big three that really started these was the three sites it was three sites: Southern Charms, Clips for Sale, and Rude.com.
I don't even remember the other one. That was probably before my time.
To my Rude or Southern Charms?
Rude. I was on Southern
Yeah,
Charms for a couple years actually.
yeah,
Like shooting
yeah. Rude.
those sets for Southern Charms was really what taught me how to model
Now,
well.
if you really want to go there, Rude was actually the blueprint for what OnlyFans became. Because you could webcam and they had voyeurism and all that shit on Rude.
Oh man. So
Yeah,
maybe it was just one of those things where the people like weren't ready for the technology yet, like there's like a lot of
yeah.
good
They were
technology
ahead of
that
their
comes out
time now.
and the
Yeah,
people just aren't ready for it.
yeah, they were ahead of their time. I remember one time, no, but it was way before your time. Because Facel had webcam. but I think they didn't know what to do with it. And people wasn't using it much because webcamming was kind of new. Period. So it's crazy how what OnlyFans was. Like I said, it's just funny. When I thought about it over there, I said, well, damn, OnlyFans is kind of like what Rude was in the same principle.
Kink used to have webcams. That's where
Yeah.
I first webcammed was on kink.com. Yep.
So I'm gonna ask you this because it's like you a whole lot of fun. What is one of I'm gonna give you this question. I want the first thing to pop in your head.
All right.
What was one of your most favorite and nastiest scene that you ever have done?
Oh, that's like a hands down easy one. Come on. Like, excuse me. Like my gangbang, I think would my big huge cuckold gangbang with the cuckold eating all the cream pies, the space buns, that day, like I had been that was like my first big gangbang on camera anyways. And I was really like well prepared for that,
She said you were well prepared.
And everything just fell together so perfectly, and it was just honestly like one of the best days of my life. Like I had so much fun. And it definitely shows through and the vision that I envisioned came out the way that I saw it. Sometimes you'll envision something, come out sort of like you envisioned it, but it was just like so spot on to how I imagined it. And even when I think about it, I'm just like, oh, that was like amazing, and it shows through because the people are just like, oh, that was the best thing ever. And I'm like, yeah, it was. And you always want to top your best work, and sometimes maybe you just can't. Like,
and how many guys in the gangbang?
It was 7.
What the biggest one you done?
I think that was the biggest one that I've done.
7. She satisfied 7,
man. They satisfied me
and
too.
DP and everything, huh? All 3 holes?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like the BBC Titans won't really let you go without getting airtight.
Yeah. I was looking at that trailer. I was like, damn, boy, she need done.
Yeah.
And loving it. Yeah, she had a smile and everything. I said, that's a woman that really enjoys herself.
You know it.
When she is smiling. So, Miss Lady, I got to bring you back. So, like I asked men and women that come on this show, can I call you a smoke buddy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, most definitely. So, folks, you heard it. Smokers, you heard it. So, we'll be bringing her back, and I'm definitely going to be bringing her to the Premium Smoke Room, which is our subscription-based podcast. We're talking about 6 premium podcasts for you to listen to. We get more nasty, more raunchy, more descriptive, dirty, more everything. Ooh. And we're going to bring Miss Price back so she can really talk dirty to you.
Oh, shit.
I think you talk real dirty. You talk dirty.
You know I love to.
Oh, most definitely. So with that being said, Miss Lady, tell everybody where they can spend money on you.
Well, you can go to IamHelenaPrice.com. That's a great place to do it. And you can also go to HelenaSCockQuest.com.
I like that name.
And you know what you can definitely do? This is just like to be around me a little bit more, and have access to all my links, because I have like my full link tree is at the top of my Twitter page, actually, which is at I am Helena Price. So I am HelenaPrice.com, at I am Helena Price on Twitter, and Helena'sCockQuest.com, of course.
So there you go. So with that being said, people, you know how we end these shows every day, all day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience? You didn't learn anything. Smoke this over. Thank you for coming to the lounge. I can't wait to bring you back.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate you. Looking forward.
No doubt. Take care.
You as well. Have a great night.
Black Wall Street is now online, baby. That's right. Visit the GW District. Shop the very best in men's and women's apparel and accessories, home decor, office supplies, books, pantry items, and so much more. The GW District is a retail marketplace of black-owned products and media. We're both veteran and black-owned, and we're bringing you the best online shopping experience with products made by small businesses. Come and experience the GW District difference today at shopgwdistrict.com. That's shopgwdistrict.com. The GW District, a retail marketplace of black-owned products and media.
That's right. That's right.